There we go. I do believe we're live, so I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to be present and participate in a conversation about what it is we need. Pretty loaded topic, don't you think? What is it that I need? I believe that you think you need more than you actually do. When I say you, I mean me. Because I am guilty of this too, obviously. I'm trying to get my perspective correct. Like this. No, this is the correct perspective. I'm gonna have it on here. I want more. I want more structure. I need, I think, something here to prop my tablet up. My stand is too floppy. Tablet's too heavy. What we need, Sam holds on to. None of this shit. And waits for the right opportunity. All right, I've got this smart ass machine loaded. Talk about smart asses. Here comes Eva. What's up, Eva? What's up? What's up? What's up, dog? What if you stepped on? You're stepping on my microphone. I haven't put it on my neck yet. How about that? It's getting stepped on. That's better, isn't it? Should be. Should be even better now. Should be even better. Hey, Eevees. Yeah, Eevees. Should be good. Precious little skin dog. Hear that, Eva? You have been dubbed skin dog. Put that there. Should be fun. Ooh, I just saw a little hitchhiker on you. Little hitchhiker. There you go. I got it. I got it. Little hitchhiker. It's hitching a ride on your body. She doesn't actually like getting checked. I'm checking this. Oh, I'm checking. Oh, I'm checking you for things. And I'm checking here. And I'm checking there. And I'll check. And I'll check here as well. Hey, Kai Edits. Cover the camera for Lamont Jackson edit. I've done this too many times and I haven't seen any of these edits that people keep asking me for. So, I don't know if I want to. I'm checking. Oh, I'm checking. I'm checking something here. I'm checking there. If I check up the checkums. Yes. Cover the camera, please. Oh, suddenly I'm getting Lamar Jackson edited. Did you look at that? She really doesn't like people touching her feetsies. Why are you touching my feetsies? Let's go. Why are you touching me? Don't touch my feetsies. No, no, real life. What do we need? What are we talking about? Basic human needs for survival? Or are we talking about to thrive? I got distracted because I usually need like some sort of sanctuary in my own space for me to lock in. And having a doggo on my lap definitely messes with my feng shui. Why are you being so pathetic about it? Oh, that's a dogger. I'm being distracted. You're distracting me. You're making me distract. Face lickings. Is that enough? I have a child in my lap. Yeah. So it looks like we're both getting covered in slobber. Ah, suddenly I've been freed. Yes. I am still in a space of thinking. During the yoga today, Sam, to give you context on what exactly it is we're talking about. During the yoga today, I had a whole moment thinking to myself while we were in the child's pose that since I was a child, I haven't really had any more needs, right? Like my needs have stayed relatively consistent. In the same way, I still need food to eat. I still need to drink water. I still need to sleep. But beyond those needs being met, I don't need much. And it's almost from that perspective, Sam, that I'm almost trying to bring myself back to this childlike needlessness or childlike needfulness and very much seeing it as something that I'm allowed, being needy, if you know what I mean. Look, we got a second contender. Maybe if I don't make eye contact, I'll just be on his way. He's like half sitting. Okay, up again. He saw that side eye for a second. Yeah, yeah. Allowing yourself to be needy. That is technically what the title should have been. But being needy might land differently depending on who you're saying that word to. I am needy. I'm pretty needy, yo. I'm a needy ass person. And I usually bash myself for it. I'm like, stop being like that. And today I had a moment with myself where in this spiral of me being needy, right? And I can be needy, but I can be needy almost quietly. You know what I mean? Like the kind of self-loathing kind of neediness. Not even self-loathing, more like, no, you're just dirty. You're dirty. You be a disgusting dogger. Been so dirty and stuff. No, don't smell my fingers. No smelling my fingers. My fingers to smell. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like I robbed you of the one good thing you had in this world. The pleasure of sitting on my lap. Back to it. Needs. That dog doesn't need to sit on my lap. And I don't know if I need him sitting on my lap either right now. Right? And again, I didn't want him to feel bad for having his neediness in him. And I feel like maybe that's where I'm trying to like bring some wisdom into this space with us. Is the fact that you can, I believe at the very least, be needy and kind of like get the other side of it as well. Let me say it in this way, all right? Neediness can manifest as, for instance, when I was a kid and my mom would come and fetch me from school. We don't really have good or at all public transportation for our children to get to school, all right? So your mom comes and gets you from school. And every single time, without fail, that my mom didn't come and get me at the time that she usually does, I became convinced that she's probably dead. Morbid as that is, right? I was like, yep, she must have crashed and died. What other reason can she be late for? all right? And it was this kind of catastrophizing from my own neediness, all right? I needed to know what's going on, what's happening on that side, all right? And my lack of the need to know information makes me catastrophize, makes me jump to conclusions, jump to conclusions. And I feel like that's almost like the thing that I'm thinking about today as well, is that yes, that is the way it is, all right? But it's like this dichotomy of consideration, I guess, from both sides, right? Communicating your own neediness is not something that you need to be ashamed of. Uh, in fact, that if you communicate your neediness, you might actually be helped. The other person might actually be able to meet you halfway. And on the off chance that they might not be in the energetic state or have the capacity to meet your needs, your neediness, they can tell you. And in the same way as Doggo just now didn't have his wants, his needs of being on lap met, he can go and do something else for a bit, right? I'm trying to almost like in my own experience, in my own spirit, demystify, de, de-shame, de-shame, yes, being needy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Are you doing it with me? If so, type 1 in chat. Maybe I should restart this thing as well to just make sure that my freaking microphone is not crackly or something. And we're back. Everything working as it's supposed to. I trust. I got some Dazed Nomad in that Dyna Vaporizer. Let's see what it's all about. I technically have tried it once before. Your mic is on and I'm hearing you. Am I really the only person here? There's more people here. You just seem to be the only one vocalizing. You see, PMT just vocalized Blue Towel, as he does. Still not a towel, but I still get where you're coming from. Ah, oh, this is nice. The air stinks. I'm being needy. I need my air to not stink. Ideally. Most of the time, I like if my air doesn't stink. And then when my air does stink, I find myself perturbed by that. Like I am right now. I'll add heat to this collective nomad system. Make it dazed. Experience my day through the eyes of a dazed nomad. Indeed. Make a click? Yeah. Yo, is that a cartridge? Nope. This is what you call a dry herb vaporizer. So you put herbs, dry ones, ideally, in the little chamber it has at the front there. And then you put over that little chamber a little cap. And then in that cap, it has a little piece of metal that deforms when it's at temperature. You'll hear it makes a little click sound. And when it makes that click sound, it means it's warm enough. So as the air pulls over that cap and through your dry herb, or tobacco, or flavored tobacco, but without actually having to combust anything. So it's a lot less harsh, a much more flavorsome, and it's better for you because you're not inhaling carcinogens. What is that? Orabila, it's a Dynavap, it's called. It's called a Dynavap. So after you have vaporized everything, that's what it looks like. See, it's not burnt charcoal because nothing was burned. Nothing was burned. And as a result, no cancer was breathed. Huzzah! Makes me happy. Kind of hard to type that one. Type that one on one hand. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, that's the way the name is spelled. We have this running joke in the community that I'm going to be a fan of their product, no matter what. But I'm going to keep hyping the product up until they sponsor me. Literally every single person that is in this world that I have introduced it to was like, yep, I see why you like this. This is good. This one is good. This is nice. This is good. It's like having a, I don't know if it's like that. It's like that for me. It's like having a really good spoon. Right? Sure, you can eat things with pretty much any spoon. But we all know that sometimes there's that one spoon in the drawer that you really like and you gravitate towards that spoon automatically. And then if you get one of the bad spoons, you're like, maybe you put it back, get one of the good spoons. It's like that. But the ice cream is green. It's good to have a nice spoon. Hi, Sessa. Hi, Sessa. Ik zit uit tomatieplant uitgehaald. Ik zit uit tomatieplant uitgehaald. Het nie meer blare gehad nie. Ek gewonder of hulle daai het tegnies nog 'n paar rooi geword na hy nie meer blare gehad het nie, though, right? Yeah. There was a tomato plant there. And it continued to produce red tomatoes for a while after it had lost its leaves. But it has finally been butchered, been removed from its little home in the ground. Plants have needs too, you know. They need some sort of medium to grow in. They need carbon dioxide to build with. They need light to synthesize sugars. I want to say, and we need them, but there's a part of myself that is obsessed with challenge. And it's like, no, I can exist without plants. And I'm like growing most of my food in like bioreactors. You know, it's like basically brewery. I'm like making types of beer. Here's protein beer. Here's sugar beer. Here's like, I wish I was joking, but that's gonna happen. We're already doing it. Cheese is kind of like that. That's something that's brewed. We're going to get better and better at that part. I don't know why, but it makes me happy as well. I like plants. Don't get me wrong. I like plants as much as the next person. But imagine how cool it would be to be able to have like a big steel tank in like your basement or something or whatever. And then you buy a package, right, of like stuff. And that stuff is alive, or at least wants to be. And then you put liquid in your tank and you give it some sort of food. Imagine being able to like mulch the stuff around you, you know. I don't know if lawn trimmings would make good food, but get the vibe that I'm talking about. And then you just brew. You brew food down there. I think it might be a while away still for that to be real, for it to be like down to the level where people are going to be brewing their own in their basements. It's probably going to have to be large scale before we get there. Because again, it's the processing the liquid to the point where you get something palatable. That's hard. Love you, beautiful beings, Sam and PMT and Orabile and Omega and Kai and Melt and more, here and there, near and far, now and later. You are loved, loving, lovable, and worthy of it. There she is. We love her. We love you, Javan. thank you for blessing all of our friends here, now, and then just. And when someone comes in the future as well and finds themselves in this space, may you be blessed. May life only become more beautiful as you learn how to see it. May you not avert your gaze, even if it's bright. We'll acclimate, get used to it, having our needs met. Getting used to having your needs met. How about that for a sentence? Is that something that's bad? Is it bad getting used to having your needs met? Feel if you had to listen to our current society, it'll have you believe, yes, eat food, sleep in house, drink water. How dare ye? You know that stuff costs money. How dare you? I'm putting on a bit at least. I hope that I'm not skizzing you a little bit. I feel a little bit skizzed by it. It's nice to feel like I'm allowed to be needy. That is our just, right? Every time we'll bring ourselves back to that. You're allowed to be needy because you have needs. All right? You're allowed that. Getting used to having your needs met. It seems like something we have during childhood, then have a brutal awakening when we realize we have to do that shit for ourselves now. I don't even know if it's about that so much. I just think it's about more like an overarching thing, Sam. Like again, you can try and do that shit for yourself in that way. All right? Because again, having your needs met, like I could, if I was like really desperate, sleep on the streets and eat from the dumpsters. You know, drink water where I find a tap or whatever. Ask people. In that way, I can have my needs met. Always. I can always have my needs met because those are the real needs, Sam. Those are the real needs. However, and this is where the however comes in, I feel there's a part of me that wants to need for more, if that makes sense. I don't want more. I want to need more. And it's this weird dichotomy with, for instance, this is something I need to do. This is not something I want to do. Right? And again, I want to do it too. But I don't do it from the place of want. It's not a want question. Right? It's this needs to happen. What do I need to do to make this happen? I need to stank, ja, ik weet. Stank. Snub it. I really don't like it. I hate it so much. My air, please. I breathe that stuff out. Oh, so all these. Getting used to having your needs met. Yeah, and then there's the overarching fractal again, Sam, of the extra. The extra. Because it could be that my need is met, even if I have just a singular room with barely enough room for the bed and the closet. And in that way, the need that I have of having a bed and a roof over my head is met. However, the 12-bedroom mansion that the ultra wealthy person buys himself meets the same need conceptually. However, there is something different here. You see what I mean? That person have convinced themselves that they need more. And from that place of conviction, in a way, they have more as well. I don't know if it's like, oh, which came before the other. Hey, G, it's nice having you. Do you need for more the more you have? Or do you have more the more you need? I'll say that again. Do you need for more the more you have? Or do you have more the more you need? And again, the way that I'm thinking about it is from this perspective of trying to be someone that solves a problem, someone that builds a thing, a business, a venue, a experience, entertainment for other people. If you want to do something like that, you need resources, right? The person next to me, maybe their thing that they'd like doing, and this is not me casting any judgment, given you will receive, bless, thank you for giving unto me your love as well. Maybe your thing is collecting Pokemon cards, right? That's the thing that you want to do, give your life to, or whatever. And then you spend your money in the collection of Pokemon cards, all the extra cash that you have. And maybe the person next to you wants to start, for instance, the first thought that came to my mind is a float tank business where people get to be in a zero, sensory deprivation kind of experience. And that's what you save for in order to get. Now, if I was an investor, if I was a person that had a bunch of extra cash laying around and I wanted to put that cash to good use, would I want to give my cash to the person that buys Pokemon cards or to the person that wants to start a business or wants to serve people, right, through the starting of that business? Because that's what it boils down to ultimately. You cannot, there's no product, there's no thing, service without people ultimately. And it's kind of like that for me. It's like, again, I'm having this always, but today that's the topic, this conversation with myself about what it is I need, how much it is I want to need, how much it is I do in fact need. Being able to truly quantify how much I need would be nice. I don't think you need millions of dollars. No, I was always G. Howdy, are you a friend who have been here before under another name? It's been G since the start. It's nice having you here, G. It's probably your first time here in that case. I don't think I've seen your username username before. It's nice having you. Yeah, I'm MeltMore. We do one of these live streams every single day. I like calling them conscious evolutions because we are, as a species, consciously evolving. Most of the evolution that's happened already has. It's done. You are this thing, right? However, this thing is being piloted by something that is still in the process of evolving. If you want something, you put your brain into your work for it. Never give up. I won't, dear friend. Yeah, I don't know if you saw how many days we've been doing this for in the title. Today will make 1,663 days of consecutively showing up for this space, consecutively choosing to consciously evolve a little by little every single day. Watching my sister climb up the roof. All right, man. Nice to have you here regardless, always. I subscribe. Thank you, G, for becoming a part of the journey. I plan on doing this indefinitely, right? So the first 1,663 days is going to pale in comparison to what the final number will be. We have jokingly said what was it? I think like 50,000. Like day 50,000 is like by the time I'm like 200 years old or something like that. Is that right? You could probably quick maths that, but okay, yeah, I'll be 150, 150 something by day 50,000, and I plan on it. I plan on celebrating day 50,000 of doing consecutive live streams as a 150 something year old man. I'm gonna be dancing probably on the Wednesday or whatever it will be on. uh, it's nice being silly with your friends. I'm not joking though. I'm just being silly. No joke. Just embellishing it with silliness. Yeah. And the point for me is about that G is not just for me, right? Because if I live to be 150 and you don't, then that doesn't really matter that much. That only really gains more significance if you're there to see day 5,000, day 50,000 with me, right? So both of us have to live 120 years, right? No quitting. No quitting on me. Talking about don't give up, right? Never give up. Never give up. Your life's work is you. You are your life's work. Everything else you do is just what you keep busy with in the meantime, right? To survive, to have food to eat. Sup, G. Hey, Joe's blessing too. Exactly. It's nice to have you here in this frequency with us. Yeah. Little Burbies be singing their songs. That's more, I think they're called Kivita. Kivita usually make those sounds to lure other creatures away from their nests. Jovan, how was your birthday? What did you do with Shista? Let hers be. I did get a photo at some point. Bunch of dudes being done. Suddenly becoming aware of the state of my nails. Dim Sim, it's my friend, oil protester, yes. The protester of oil himself. I say stop oil. The oil says nah. I go, oh man, come on man, come on. Come on. I don't have to say stop oil. Oil is gonna stop itself. That's how power I am. I'll just wait. And the oil is gonna run out. Stupid oil. Stupid oil and it's running out of this. Should have been batteries. Loser. Jovan. Bless. It was good. Ate some sushi, played some board games, watched a storm roll in from a back porch, made some banana muffins. It was a good day. Muffins. Stop it. Stop talking about food right now. Thank you for asking. Funny thing, too, I always also refer to her as my shista. Like, I've always tried to. I've tried a few times. Like, but I add like SHs. I thought it was SH, not a SEE. Shista? I love the way you say it. Yeah. My shista. Look at this. Look at my POV. She starts on the roof. Yes. As you do. Being on roofs. Seeing a shista. Normal. Normal family we are. Oh. I'm trying to bring it back to what it is I need from this moment right now. Is there something I'm needy of in this moment? I need you to hit that like and subscribe do it. Here it's sun. Here the sun is setting. It's getting closer and closer to being dark. We got like maybe an hour worth of sunlight left. This place. Thinking about the way some of us need places. Right? Thinking about the concept of homesick. I heard the word recently. I never suffered homesickness. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa. In South Africa right now. Every single time I found myself in a space that wasn't home, that became home for me. But certain homes meet certain needs. Coming back to that point that we made earlier, right? And it is interesting to see how those needs evolve and how you evolve alongside them. Where do you live, G? Do let us know. I usually just call my sister it or a gremlin, but we don't really have a good relationship. Hang on to your sister, Zhao. That relationship is priceless. They do have a good one at least. They make an effort to. It's beautiful to see. Very inspirational. Maple Siripo. Ah, I love living in Maple Siripo. Maple Cypro. Maple Cypro land. Weirdly enough, G, we have a few Maple Cypro friends. Like at least Prairie Wolf, I believe, is Maple Cypros, and Louisiana Stews. So it's nice to have another Canadian friend as well. Bless you. Bless the Canadas. Yay! Most of you friends probably have left, but this thing should get stitched back together at the end. I'm pretty sure. So I'm hoping for the best. I don't know if it's going to continue working. It oughta. It oughta. It seemed to have yeeted all of my messages though too. So if you're here, you might be new. There we go. Am I live? You let me know. It's not boding well. There we go. There we go. Messages coming through. Seeing a bunch. I remember you mentioning this. It took work for both sides to get where we are. It is quite precious. And it wasn't always been that way. But it was always going to be. Love is true. The stereotype of kind Canadian, G. Is it true in your opinion? I've asked other Canadian friends, but I want to know what you think. What do you mean? Like Canadians are kind people? Hi all. My melt video is stuck on repeat. Mine was probably just broken. Sorry. I should be here again now. I hope at least. Guess I'll go make my coffee now. Bless you, Nancy. Sorry for not being here fully, uninterruptedly. Bless you anyway, friend. Thank you for joining us. Love yous, but I gotta run. Love you, Zhao. Yeah, we stuck too. He's probably working on it now. I was. In the meantime, we can sit here and fill the chat with food talk to amuse ourselves. Sam is here. Kiddo is napping, so I'm super attentive now. Bless. Thank you for being here. I think it's time for me to show you a flower. Those water sounds are affecting me a bit. I have met my needs for what I wanted from this space today. Now I shall show you a flower. This one turned out in a way where it feels different experientially. Like I've made a bunch of them, but this one feels like it has a difference to it. Right. Now that you have raised your eyes, Sam is a mom? Yeah. Yeah, Adam Sam. She is. Yeah, buddy. Sam is a mom. Well, man, the swirlies. Let's get some swirls. Got that interference patterns too. Those. Look at those. Mm, interference. We like it. let me let me read you the final poem. Try something new. It's called a single mommy. No, long married, mommers. Sam has been very blessed with a little one after a long, loving relationship as well. Try something new. That was something new, I bet. Just to poke fun at Sam a little bit, having a kid suddenly. The world. Bring hubby to the stream then. Hubby has his own things to do. This is Sam's community. Try something new. The world is bursting with levers to pull, buttons to press, portals to step through. And every day, technology tosses us a pocket full of keys to doors we didn't know existed. Maybe you've been sticking to familiar tracks, the same safe websites, the old favorite ways of being you. But what if you veered off script, signed up for a course just because because it had a wild name, joined the video call of a stranger on the other side of the world, tried an art app, tinkered with code, let curiosity win for once. There's magic in the muddle, in not knowing what comes next, fumbling through a new interface, asking questions you don't know how to ask, discovering skills you didn't know you could even want. The universe is expanding in gigabytes and glowing pixels, offering a million new adventures if you say yes to the experiment. Nobody is timing you, nobody's keeping score. The prize is in the leap, the spark of surprise, the feeling of a new world unfolding right beneath your fingertips. The new world is unfolding right beneath your fingertips. You have more power than you know, dear friend. All you have to do is become aware of it. I hold folks in a chat. I told folks in the chat a few days ago my husband rewound an episode of Star Trek so I could see some hot Klingon ass. You have no chance. I don't know if, like, I don't know how I'm interpreting that information right now, Sam. Because what it means to me is like the Klingon ass. This is how I'm interpreting it right now. The Klingon ass on Star Trek is so hot that it would rather be rewinded for before he would be in this phase. Oh, maybe you're talking about the flirt. Do you appreciate art? It's the same thing. It's true. I'm not I'm not bashing the fact that the female form contains beauty. Uh, yeah, I'm not. I'm no hater. I also don't know how to interpret it. Yeah, I'm just having a hard time parsing how exactly I'm supposed to be like. I think it was more. I think it what might have been an answer to the first message of you asking whether or not she's single. Right. And I interpreted through the lens of you asking why hasn't he been here, and as a result, that interpretation made us aligned. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me today. Thank you for sharing the space. It's always a pleasure having you here. I'll see you, friends, again soon, tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. Love ya. Cheers.